Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us to the Learn From Us podcast. This week, dun dun dun, we're doing another intriguing Deal of the Week.
Deal of the Week. Deal of the Week.
Listen, we've been trying
I was promised a song in the beginning.
We're
That
going
was just a little teaser.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to get a jingle. Paul and I are really in love with this idea. Paul has played guitar and can almost
For 4
play
months.
a couple songs.
Yeah.
I've played bass for 20 years and can play less than that. So we're going to come up with a jingle, but we do love sort of. We were just listening. What band was that again?
Boston.
Yeah. We were just listening, the 3-part harmonic. That's where I have to get it. So we're going to do a Deal of the Week jingle, but we're here.
We're comparing ourselves to friggin' Boston right now.
We're just a few notes away. Andrew, thanks for joining us
Hey,
this week.
thanks.
Looking all handsome. I know you're stressed out with business, a lot of things going on in your life.
Why are you stressed out, Andrew?
Yeah, there's just things going on.
Well, he's telling me now he's got eye twitches. It's going on. I mean,
Oh, welcome to the world
I
of
know.
eye twitching.
I got to go upstairs and see the doctor in a little bit here.
The doctor is
whom?
Dr. Licardi.
Lisa. The joke is every single time somebody has an issue, she's like, well, you just got to do this, this, and this. I'm like, oh.
Do you know hot tea mixed with peanut butter fixes that?
While standing on one leg.
We are here with the deal. Andrew brings us the Deal of the Week. It's he shows them to Paul. Paul tells us the underwriting, which I just learned is a
Blindly,
term.
by the way.
Blindly. And Andrew, tell us what you have this
Wait, so
week.
you just learned that underwriting is a term?
Well, I mean, you've said it, but now I sort of get like
What podcast number is
what are the
this?
maintenance fees?
No,
It's 30,
Paul,
it's 40
Seth is a
something.
pro now.
Yeah, you wait. You just
You know
wait.
what? What number podcast do I let you give me a number?
Oh my God.
Oh, that would be exciting.
Probably in the 100s.
I think we're closer than you think.
What our listeners want to know is what Paul thinks about the deal. Where in the world are we, Carmen San Diego? Where is this
Great game.
location at?
West side of Cleveland.
We've been doing a lot of those.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
This is the it's a fourplex, and
4 units.
This is right up my alley. I love
True.
these.
AKA a quad.
Okay.
But it's an actual brick building. It's not like
It's a brick.
duplex, triplex
House.
with like a sister-in-law suite on the side. It's a brick building, interior hallway, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top.
1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms.
All 2 beds.
How's the roof?
Seth, it's killing me the way you're doing
What do I
this.
need to be on here for? This is incredible.
Next Deal of the Week, which is me
Flat
and you.
roof. I was told, don't worry about it. It's fine.
I would trust that. What year was this built? Built the 20s, I assume?
1820s.
I'll probably throw out 40s.
40s.
Yeah.
How was the heating and air conditioning?
We've got forced air,
Oh.
no AC.
Oh.
That would be fun in the July summers.
Yeah.
How is
You'd
brick
be
building?
surprised. There's a lot of no ACs floating around town as far as the apartments go.
How's parking?
We have 2 spots.
per unit?
2 spots.
Oh, my lordy.
Which should be a dogfight then. How big are the units? That's
They're,
what she said.
they're about 850, and that's a rounded number because I don't have exact. Some of this is coming from the mouth of a mouth, kind of little telephone game of sorts.
And what are they currently charging for said units?
What am I doing here?
I don't know. This is like
Paul's useless, like usual. It's mission accomplished.
someone learned how to catch some fish over here. All 2 beds.
Oh, nice.
Going for, well, they're all vacant
so
right
you're going
now.
to say 4. That sounded low.
500.
Ooh.
All vacant. So 0% occupancy?
Correct.
I can do that, you know.
Yeah.
0 out of 4.
Did you do that? Hold on. Here's a
Yeah,
calculator.
yeah. Paul needs a calculator. I'm great at this.
He's got it.
But normally at this point, you hand Paul some paperwork.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this
what
fucking
is it?
paperwork.
There's not much paper. I got cheat sheets here.
What the hell's that?
But
then?
there's not. That's next week's deal of the week.
Oh, why'd you bring it down now then?
I'm just preparing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
we're
what
getting
is
excited?
what is the underwriting? What are the maintenance fees? What is all this? Look at Paul. He's jonesing
There's
here.
nothing for his hand. He's getting
Wow,
excited
jeez.
over there.
Can I take a nap now?
No, you're gonna do the numbers.
Our
here.
viewers are currently taking a nap.
Yes.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm gonna give you some pictures. Is what I'll give you.
Okay. Wow, this is a very interactive.
Deal of the week.
So we're
Deal
gonna
of
start.
the
You can
week.
kind of scroll through.
Okay, let me describe this. I'm very good at this.
Oh,
This
please.
is a brick building. It's got 4 windows in the top, a little bit of nice yard, some older trees. The height of the trees, usually determines the age. There's nice big maples in front. Paul, take a
It's
look.
an inverse correlation between.
Has a little of a prison-style look with the brick in front, 4 windows, no awning on the walk-up. Very nice. Oh, it's very nice.
Oh, it's very nice.
I mean, we can kind of show these to the
No, not really.
camera a bit. Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Andrew. I'll do the hosting. Inside, I see. So zero occupancies because inside's
We're
all
being
tore
Oh
up.
my
Slightly-
lord!
The
Seth,
walls. This looks a lot like Ramage. The walls.
So I
Looks a lot
was
like your house,
told.
Seth.
Go ahead. Here.
I was told we've got one down unit, and the other just need a little cosmetics.
This is actually a lot of maintenance stuff in here.
So they look nice. Hardwood floors.
Deal of the
I mean, you're gonna need kitchen and bath. The one thing that I noticed flipping through, there was a
Break me off piece
handful
of
of
that
what I'll
deal of the
call
week.
plumbing issues that appeared.
How about break me off a piece of that deal of the week? Is that
We'll
allowed?
have to talk to legal about
Yeah,
that
legal
as
will
well.
veto that in about 2
they're
seconds.
shutting it all
Rooms
down.
are very drab looking, but not the worst place in the world.
This is easy to fix.
Paul, you probably like this,
Oh,
right?
that mattress there.
That
Do you
looks
want,
like.
you're moving soon. Do you need a new mattress?
What are your thoughts on this property right off the bat?
I mean, it looks very clean in the sense of it could be cleaned up very easily. Look at the back. Look at the brick. The brick looks pretty stable. There's no bowing. I like the front of the building. I thought it looked nice. Wait a second. That's the backyard?
Very nice big backyard.
There's plenty of space to put more parking then. I'm not worried about that.
It's just not there. You
Oh,
could
that's a deal breaker.
What is that?
shut it down.
A huge hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it looks like
Ooh.
someone attacked some of these rooms and put huge holes in
This
the
is
walls.
Andrew's
What is
house
that all
now.
about?
We well, easy on the flip through on the picture. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, I'm like,
He's been to the Schwitz a few times, you know.
So, Paul, you're familiar with the West Side, so we'll use a couple. This is if you go to the east, you're in kind
I'm
of.
actually not very familiar with the West Side. I'm more of an East Side kind of guy.
If I say Battery Park, does that mean
I
anything?
know
to you?
where it is. Detroit
All right.
Avenue.
Yeah, so you're west of Ohio City and
Yeah.
and all that fun, but you're not yet to. I'll call it the fanciness of going into Lakewood. You're in. We actually sold a building not too far from this one.
Yeah. I don't
So-
think I ever went to that building.
Yeah, you did.
Which one?
D's.
Oh, really? It's that close?
It's on Detroit, like you said, not
These
Madison.
nuts got him.
I just said that. You're going to copy me now right on the
Seth.
podcast in front of our viewers?
Seth, don't take credit for it. Nice job, Paul.
Did you say got him?
No, just
I'm
go.
sorry.
Just go. Tell us more
So-
about this
Andrew looks
property.
personally offended here.
Oh, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
We,
at this
we
point.
neither do us. Our listeners are loving this.
So, again, they're renting for $500 for a 2-bed.
But they're not
Cheap.
renting them? There's
Yeah, they're just all vacant. No one's
vacant.
Yeah, owner's not putting any money into. I'm done.
Okay, when
Really?
you say
So-
it's close to that building we sold, how close to it? Is it closer to Lakewood or closer to Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland.
But
So
is it
it's-
closer to Lakewood or closer to downtown?
You are about 35 blocks from Lakewood.
So actually,
80s.
closer to downtown.
You're in the 80s.
Yeah, closer to downtown than
Yeah,
the other
you-
building.
You're
What
in
does
the
that
80s.
matter?
It's not as good.
For
It's kind of like
You've
you
got
have
a good
downtown
area
you
here
have Lakewood here,
and a good area.
It's kind of like it's better and better. Where it gets worse and worse as you get closer to each other.
Yeah, so you've got really good here and better here, and it just hasn't connected yet, and it's floating on this little in-between area.
okay.
So,
Like your top of your hair and your beard. They're both
Right in
really
between
nice,
it,
but right in between, it's
super ugly. Yes.
why are you so ugly?
so
Nobody gets that joke. Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. All right, so
yeah, the question is, if we go in and rehab, how much do you think you can get in rent? It's on
For
the
two
in-between.
bedroom?
It's in, what's that?
for 2-bedroom,
Yes.
$695. What do
Okay.
you think?
I pushed it more.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
What'd you push it to?
$795.
Oh, $795.
Yeah.
You think we can get $795 over there?
I think because this is a quad and not it's not as bad immediately around it. By the way, that's on the high side. They're saying 700 to 750 is what they told us.
So you're going higher than what the broker said?
Because I don't think they're comprehending what we would also put into it.
Are we going to get the value out of what we put into it, though?
That's a good question.
So the question I'm asking is putting marble backsplash and granite countertops and all these things, it'll
we
definitely
overspending?
increase. Are we overspending?
Yeah.
Could we get, do we need to do the marble backsplash?
Well, you are a big fan of making it one of the best places on
But
the
the question
street.
is the best in the area, does it still need marble backsplash?
Right. So let's say my number, because if I'm throwing out some money for interior hallways and some outside stuff and all that, let's say my combined number is $18,500 a unit. do I need to be at 18.5, or are there things I can leave out of the picture to get to 14 and still get a good chunk of the rent?
Oh, this is gonna be a no deal. I'm gonna tell you that right
Already.
now.
How do you know that so quickly?
So I threw a real estate calculator with a bunch of different variables. I was trying to play around with it, but what makes you say deal or no deal?
I feel like I did $695 in rent. I don't believe you're $795.
Okay.
That area is a harder area. So $695 in rent. I did $42.50 per unit expenses.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I did a little more.
45.
I think I did one at 45, one at 47.50.
Okay. I took out 10% for vacancy.
Same.
Didn't put any other income in there.
Same.
I did a 7 cap.
What's that mean again?
Cap rate, sales price, net income divided by sales price. So if you paid cash for the property, what would it make you per year in terms of return?
7%.
That's the easiest way to always look at it. If you pay cash, what's your return?
Yep.
Okay. That one always gets me.
Your
the cap rate.
income,
Yeah.
your
It's a
income
very-
less your expenses if you paid cash.
Okay. Well, you still think no deal.
And I think it's end value worth 40 to 45 a door based on that. And I'm just using numbers. You did higher numbers.
Yeah, I did higher numbers.
So then you have to put in 15,000 a door into it. So at best you can pay 25 to 27, 25 to 30. And I have a hard time believing they're asking 100 to 100 and maybe I'll be wrong.
Just checking.
No, I was actually pulling up the numbers that I was putting in.
Do you see my
as
numbers,
As you're
though?
throwing some of those things out.
Listen, the exterior looks great. The interior needs some work. I mean, 15,000 a door. Let's say it's 10,000 a door still. You're still at 35 on the high side, which is $135,000, $140,000.
You'd be surprised if he's selling anywhere near.
Yeah, he's probably going to want something like, I'm going to say he wants between 200 and 240.
He or she.
He or she. Don't want to be sexist.
So are we looking for a final verdict?
Okay, so I'm going to say that if somebody came to me who wanted to be in a property for exactly what it's worth and wanted to do the rehab work, maybe they can do it on their own and save some money, and they wanted to pay 100 to 120.
I like this thing.
Yeah, 100 to 120. I'd say you're probably going to do pretty well. But if you need to buy it and do it the way we do it, we have to buy it for less. But if you're like you, Seth, where you could go in there and do some work with your father-in-law and your kids and rehab the units yourself, you might do pretty well with this thing. Now, I bet you they're still asking 200 to 240. They're asking between $50,000 and $60,000 per door in current condition.
Actual retail price.
Hundy.
No,
Yeah, and this is one that actually came to Tim.
they're asking $100,000.
Are you buying this? Are you buying this?
Oh, maybe Andrew's buying it.
What about Seth?
What about Seth buying it?
What about Seth? So to go into some of the numbers, I was
Borrow
doing
some money?
It's called a loan.
That's what I mean.
100,000. You'll want to hold on to this one.
That's a Lambo. 270.
That's an apartment building. You might want to hang on to that.
So yeah, I did 8 cap exit, and then at $50,000 purchase over 5 years, I was 27% IRR.
$50,000 purchase.
50.
That's a lot. Listen, where are we going with all these words? Can you repeat that whole sentence?
Yes.
First off,
Come back down.
did
to
you do it
earth.
at a $100,000 purchase at their ask price?
Oh, I was at like single digits IRR 5 years.
How?
We could pull it up.
Yeah, we'll have to pull that one up. Oh, you also did an 8 cap to sell. I don't think an 8
Right.
cap to sell is reasonable, Andrew. I think that's really high. I think you should do a 7 cap, which means the lower the cap rate, the higher the sale price. So I was telling Andrew, I think he thought I
For this, it's interesting because I'm sitting there saying, "Oh, I think I can get more in rent." But I was like, "I don't think the area justifies it." Meanwhile, we're opposites.
Oh,
on,
that's true. You did say that.
You know what I mean? So I was pushing rent up a little more, but putting a larger cap rate
Yawn.
to exit. Paul was saying,
Yawn.
"No." How's that a yawn?
Yawn.
What are you
Silence.
calculating?
I have a value about $200,000 at the end of the day. I don't know how you're at a $100,000 purchase with $15,000 a door. How are you getting single digit IRRs
18.5 a door.
in rehab costs?
Yeah,
Okay. How are you still getting?
that's where I was at.
Let me see. $4,500 a unit in expenses.
47.50.
Well, you said you did 4,500 too.
Yeah, this was 47.50.
What is the actual underwriting on the building?
There is no underwriting on
I think
the
I have to
building.
have something.
Zero.
Taxes, insurance, nothing
You've got 3,500 in taxes.
per year.
Yes.
Overall?
at 104 current value. So that's staying the same.
Okay.
So it goes into the other
Deal
stuff.
of
What
the
are you doing
week.
for
Deal of
management
the
fee,
week.
etc.?
Break
You guys
me
are
up
tough
a
to
piece
talk
of
to
that
today.
deal
Well, I
of
think
the
when he
week.
drones on, we'll just cut in with the deal of the week. Deal of the week. And you're not droning on, dude. We love you.
That's
All
a
right.
very sensitive topic for Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Look
It's
at
been
him.
it's been overplayed. We're done.
So it's a good deal.
Let me see the thing.
Oh, to pull up real estate calculator?
Is that what you said you want to do?
Yeah, I stop.
Why?
It's droning on.
Told you.
Yeah, you're right. He's salty about that.
Done.
So this is a cool deal. I'm interested in this.
I think it sounds pretty decent.
Does the location matter?
Of course, location matters to a certain element, but it's not going to be. People think location matters way more than it should. They make a mountain out of a molehill. Now, this is probably not a place you're going to take your sons to play in the yard while you lease a unit. Would that be an accurate statement, Andrew?
Correct.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had this one episode.
Yeah.
Do you know how one of the sisters, like, or the cousins of the Fresh Prince, her name was, they called her Hillary.
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah, she was the very uppity one.
And she was dating a guy, and he had a large mole on his face. And I totally think they made the whole episode so that they could hit him with a joke. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Anyway, so that's for the rest of my life. That's what I think. That one Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode.
I think I saw every single episode. I don't remember that one.
Oh, really?
I thought Hillary was hot. So was Tatiana Ali. She was hot too.
Man, I think the dad has now passed away.
He died.
Yeah.
Carlton's hot.
Carlton.
Just kidding. But he's America's Funniest Home Videos now guy.
That's quite a gig.
Yeah. And Will Smith makes like $1 billion a year.
Are we done here, Andrew?
Yeah, we're
What's he doing
about
over
done.
there?
He's pumping in numbers.
Loading it all in. Wow. Trying to get working on the mobile here.
Deal of the week.
Deal of the week. Okay, listen.
Break me up. A piece.
Who is this? Who is this? A place like this purchased for? Someone like me?
You. Yeah, you. This would be a good one. You can sit there and go. It's better than your father-in-law's area location. If you can get $79.5 in rent, that'd be wonderful. And just do the work yourself, possibly. Do one unit at a time. Really hammer it out.
To obviously rehab a unit and try and fill it.
Yep. And I think you do. I think you could do a pretty good job. Go put.
So if I couldn't pay cash for it,
It doesn't matter.
how would you get a hold of it?
Well, you can. A bank would probably finance a small property like this. They'd finance it based on you as a borrower.
Correct.
They'd be like, okay, Seth, you have enough money. We're okay with that. You make enough. We're gonna go on your name, and we'll lend you $75,000, and you go put the rehab money in, and then you go refinance it.
Does
later.
it matter if it's 40 minutes away from me?
Yeah, it does matter.
Yeah. Because they're going to say, how are you going to do it?
I don't think they're gonna care about it.
Well, then, yeah, they're going to look at management agreements. And
Yeah, not just
who's
the
gonna
real
take
estate,
care
but
of it.
the management of it. Like
The good news is it's not like it's not.
What do you want to use as your mark around? What are you going to get to? You were throwing out $695. I think there's.
Do you really feel $795 is possible?
What about going $725?
No, I'll go $750 then. I just think it's catchy. Break me off a piece of that deal of the week.
Legal.
Will Paul?
$47.50. You want to change that?
I think that's high, Andrew. But think about it. Let's do the numbers. Let's do a piece of paper. I mean, your tax is only $3,500 a year. That's only $900 a unit.
What are you putting for management fee versus leasing commissions and
Yeah, do that. Do all that.
payroll, and you start
Yeah.
throwing some of that stuff in?
Yeah, I still don't think you're getting a full.
If you do payroll, if you do no payroll at all, I think you're at 4,000. If you start throwing any type of worker or payroll in there, you go to 5,000.
I think the maintenance and repair numbers should be higher because you're going to hire somebody.
650.
Then I think that covers your pay. Because I don't think you're going to have common area cleaning. And if you do, tell a tenant, hey, I'll give you $50 off a month if you vacuum the hallway once a week.
All right, so using those numbers, 11.23.
Let me see this.
What are you putting in this calculator? This is the software you've developed?
This is
or-
the
Right.
software I've developed.
Wow.
So those are some of the inputs that we were debating. What's the rent going to be when you're done? What cap rate are you using? How you exit? What's your loan going to be, et cetera?
if folks hire you guys to consult with them, do they get access to this?
Yes, they do.
Cool.
Yeah, so we could just set it up.
By the
they
way,
get their own.
in other deals, we haven't put the acquisition and appraisal fee in there. We just look at the deal straight up. Deal of the week. Deal of the week.
So there's a lot of different variables that you can use to
That's why investing is a
change
art
the deal.
a lot of times, not a science.
Hmm.
I think 18.5 is too high for rehab. Way too high, Andrew. Way too high.
I think your plumbing and electric, just based on looking at some of the pictures, is going to be because you're not splitting it up amongst 25 units when you go in and just do plumbing and electric work. I think you're going to be hit harder with that.
I mean, I'm getting a 10-year IRR 14%. You also put 8% into sell. Nobody charges 8%.
Title fees and stuff. I did 6% and throw some title fees on.
So we got to make sure, though, when we look at these deals, that we're looking at them the same way, I think. And I think we're looking at this one a little bit different than we have before.
I think every deal is going to be a little different based on where it is. What we've done 100, 200,
Andrew,
300 unit deals in here.
So here's an interesting part. I still think 4,500 a door is too high. I think 18.5 a door is still too high. Even with electrical and plumbing, I just think those are way too high. I think 4,500 a door could easily be 4,000 a door, even with professional management in place. I mean, we're talking about 3,500 for taxes, insurance, 1,500, which is high. Who pays utilities?
Owner, water, sewer.
Okay, so
Tenants pay electric and gas.
that's 2,000. Maintenance.
I think you're light on your water, sewer.
Okay, what is it?
I'd probably throw it up
Okay,
in the 24 to 25.
I just did higher than that.
Okay.
I just did higher than that. Then I have maintenance repair already put in there. Capital reserves.
Cap reserves, I'd throw a little higher because like a roof, you're only splitting amongst 4 units.
Yeah, but that's the whole. Okay, so I'll put in. Okay, what else you got?
You doing
Management fee, leasing commission.
advertising, leasing commission.
Okay, I really don't. I mean, I know listen. This is where I'm going to deviate a little bit, saying this is a Craigslist and sign up front all day long. This is not we're putting it out in the paper. You're not spending $1 in advertising for this property. Literally zero, zilch, zero, nothing. And I know you sit there and say, well, they're going to so management fee.
Well, I think if you're sitting there and saying, hey, I'm going to do it myself, I think that's an easy one to carve out.
I'm still with that at $3,600 a door, putting an 8% management fee, leasing commissions, all that stuff. I'm still at $3,800 a door.
Yeah, it seems pretty light.
I'm just telling, but I did all the categories. What
What'd you put for maintenance repair?
$750
Okay.
plus $400 a door, or $500 a door for capital improvements. I'm at $1,250 for that alone.
Why am I here again?
Yeah, to look pretty.
But Seth,
working.
this is part of the back and forth. Say,
Yeah.
is it worth it? Is it not? Can we do it?
And by the way,
How do
a guy
we-
like Seth, who does his own maintenance repair and all that stuff, will not spend that money. I do think the capital improvement one might be a little more important because of the roof and all that stuff. But I'm looking at the maintenance repair going, listen, I'm not trying to sit there and say just go do anything. But at the same token, I feel like right there we're at $4,000 a door in utilities. And I put the higher utilities in. $4,000 a door for total expenses. That number changes you to 20% IRR right then and there. And I think the 18.5, I don't see how. I mean, even electrical and plumbing, I still don't see how, because you're not going to go put in granite countertops, marble, and all that stuff. You're going to do in.
I remember I threw a 10% management fee in.
I had 8%.
Okay. So it's not wildly off.
No. And that's going to be going to the investor's pocket. But look at the rehab number, Andrew. What are you doing in that unit? The bathroom actually look clean, but even you retile the bathroom and do kitchen cabinets, and not even granite countertop, but a nice countertop and basic tile and floor.
And that's the float of saying, okay, how high am I trying to push my rent? Am I trying to be where this area is creeping east or west, or am I trying to be for where it's at now?
I just look at what we did in Timber Trail for $18,000 a door, and we're not trying to do that here at all. And we did a lot of exterior stuff at Timber Trail too.
Right.
So that's why I look at it going, I don't see how we get to that number. Listen, the whole point of all this is the exact point of real estate and investing. It's a lot of subjectivity. Like I look at that going, I don't necessarily see eye to eye with Andrew on this one. Like I think this is a deal all day at 100 for somebody like you.
And when you say for someone like you, what do you mean?
For someone like Seth, especially trying to get in the game, wants to get a good return, has expenses in there where he has some wiggle room and all that stuff. For us to buy it, no, we probably would have expenses of closer to $4,500 a door for us. But somebody who's an investor, we're still going to be. By the way, we're still going to advise somebody to put management fee in when a lot of people wouldn't even put management fee. Well, I'm going to manage it myself. They're going to put management repair a lot lower. Well, I'm going to do the maintenance repair myself. Oh, I don't even put capital improvement number. Well, you have to. You know what I mean? I look at those things going, at the end of the day, I literally look at this as 13,000 high side rehab per door and high side because you're doing a kitchen and a bathroom. What's the cheapest we can do a kitchen and bathroom for? That still makes it nice. New cabinets, tile floor in the kitchen, and even a granite countertop. 4,000?
For both?
No, just for the kitchen.
Oh, kitchen.
I think it's on the tighter. That's definitely because
5,000?
you've got appliances in there too.
Okay, 6,000?
Yeah, so call it
Okay, how much for a bathroom?
6,500 in there.
Okay, how much for a bathroom?
Throw 2,500 on.
I thought we were talking about 1,800 before for a bathroom.
So 2,500.
We're not doing this. This is not a This is not a all
So
wall
you can keep
tile.
the tile only on the floors.
Yeah, I think so. For a bathroom like this, and
All
you're
right.
doing a $100
So shrink it
vanity,
down.
but make it clean. I think
Okay.
we've seen from that building we did sell that it's about clean and
What do you do in the showers? Do you drop in something or tile
you might
it?
even drop. You might even drop in something. I don't know.
Yeah, we've done tile in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I look at that going. Even if it's $2,000 a bathroom, we're at $8,000 there. And then if we have $4,000 in other things around the building, like plumbing and electrical per unit, you're at $12,000. Throw a little buffer in there, call it $13,500. You just save $5,000 a door. I'm just sitting there saying, yes, you want to be number on the street. I think ours would be the cleanest and best in that street based on the location. We don't need to have marble backsplash. We don't have granite. We don't need to have these amazing we just go, okay, this is gonna be nice and clean and good. And you're not gonna walk in going, oh, this isn't very nice. You're gonna walk in going, yep, they took care of this. They made this nice. You know what I mean? That's what I feel.
Exciting deal.
It could be. Now, let's go put that in there. Let's go put $13,500 a door in there and see what happens.
Deal of the week.
Deal of the week.
We will work on this jingle. I have never written or recorded a song in my life.
Well,
Well, I guess we wrote some, actually, now that I think about it, in 7th, 8th, 9th grade. Yeah, if there's any listeners out there, you're involved with music, email Paul with some Deal of the Week jingles. I mean, we need like a 5-second jam.
Yep.
You know, and if you can get like DMX on there or Celine Dion,
Coolio.
any of those, that would make it even better.
Yes, it would.
And yeah, Andrew, what are you coming up with over there?
18.3.
What's that mean,
18.4.
What's that mean, Paul?
IRR.
Correct. So, and I saw you changed a couple other things. I didn't change anything else other than the rehab number
Yeah.
to 12.5,
I mean, I took out the financing fee.
and the cap rate went down.
I put 7.5%. I
Yeah.
split the difference on us.
So I just stopped looking at all the other tabs.
But I still
and
kept the
just went right
8%
in
closing fee. And assuming you sell it and all that stuff. If you want to hold it for a long time, your IRR will be higher. But either way, it's just, look at that going 18% for somebody who's, you know, somebody like Seth. I think Seth should be happy making 13 to 15% on his real estate deals. And can possibly do better. I think that deal would do better. Now, if Seth just ignored the property for years and years and years, and every 7 years he had to put in $20,000, he's going to have a problem. But if he keeps up with it and all that stuff, he'll do fine. He'll do great. Refinance every so often, pay down some debt, refinance some more. And that assumes you pay cash for all the rehab costs and never refinance it. That's the other thing. You're paying cash for that full rehab cost. Right?
Yeah, I don't think it has the financing on the
Right. You can fudge it by saying, let's finance the rehab.
But yeah, we didn't do that.
So if you finance the rehab, though, which a bank would do for him, what does
Correct.
that make the IRR?
It'll
Well, you can just
For-
hit the switch. Can you put it in there? You can just hit it and put the other amortization on there.
that's off the. It's not an option.
Yeah, it is. We'll finance rehab. That's an option.
Yeah, in the beginning, there's not one at the end. For
Right,
the
that's what I
debt.
mean. But do that for like rehab. Well, because essentially you're getting the same thing. It's just a little delayed. It's a little sooner. Deal of the week.
I know dead air is very healthy for a podcast.
It's very healthy. What would you like to talk about, Seth? How was the fiber this morning in your hair?
I've described in other podcasts that I have to drive up from Columbus for these podcasts. I slumber up with Paul. We have a lot of late night discussions about politics, life, love, antics, and whatnot. I normally forget some parts of the things I need, like a comb or
Like I always do.
toothpaste or hair gel. So
He did borrow my underwear this morning, though.
I'm borrowing Paul's hair gel this morning.
Hair gel, that's what I meant.
So I know I look dashing. I cut my own hair yesterday.
would
You
boost
could probably
it.
tell.
What was that?
It would boost it, but
To what?
it doesn't work.
Did you put...
It's not. Yeah, it's not an option.
Yeah, can I do it?
Yeah.
Must,
Here, if you go finance rehab,
Yeah. Yeah.
it takes it off.
Yeah, let me
must
see
we
it.
bicker about the app? What are the hesitations with this property, Andrew? We've never talked so much about what seemed to be such a home run.
I think that's part of it is debating how much of a home run. Is it a home run? Is it not? A home run?
24.47% IRR.
So is it or isn't it? I mean, with 4 units, if you're doing 100 units and there's a mistake, 100 units can cover it easily. If there's a general assumption that you're messing up in 4 units, you don't have a lot of room to cover
But that's the
something
thing.
up.
I look at this deal and go, look further.
Yeah.
Right? I look at this deal and say, we need to look further in this deal. Now, maybe you go to it and you go, no, the rehab cost is going to be 18.5. At which point I say, okay, put that 18.5 number in there, and maybe it becomes a 16% IRR. And you have to decide for yourself, am I okay with that?
Because the only thing we're doing right now is making assumptions. You know, I'm looking at holes in ceilings and walls and stuff saying, you know, you probably have a little bit more electric and plumbing than usual based on the units that I'm looking at. You could go in and say, yeah, those were the good pictures.
Could be the case. There could be a massive leak in the basement that there was water 3 feet high in the. I don't know, but my whole point is, from what Andrew's told me, I don't think this is a dismiss. This is a let's go look further.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
This is the first one we've really had a disagreement on, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Can I make another question?
Go.
So you're thinking to yourself, you would have ignored this completely at 25 a door?
I'm ready to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm not super excited with this building.
Oh, I disagree.
Tension in the ranks.
Can you cut it?
What?
With a knife?
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Deal of the Week. LearnFromUs.com. Booyah, Paul, Andrew. This is a healthy battle.
Booyakasha. I
Is
feel
it-
like Andrew did not like this conversation.
He's a little salty over there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it got too much in the weeds.
he'll get over it.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya.